Hi guys, it's Becky. If you're new here, then welcome, and if you're already a subscriber, thanks for coming back. Today I'm going to be doing a plan with me in my Hobonichi weeks for the 4th through to the 10th of July. I'm slowly getting back into the swing of things. Normally I would have this done already and the one in my Kindle, but with getting Nico, if you saw that video, with getting Nico, everything's just fell back a bit. But I'm going to be using this sticker kit from, I can never say that name, but it just looks a bit like summery and nice, and I've chose these two washes. Not sure where this one's from, but this one is a Lauren Phelps Designs. So guys, how are you all? What's been going on? What's been going on? Fill me in. Fill me in. Obviously, you know what's going on with me. We've got a little puppy. Now, not that I have to explain myself, because I don't at all to anyone, but I do want to say, we did not get Nico to replace Zeus. Not in any way, shape or form did we just buy a puppy because we lost Zeus. Like, I mourn Zeus every single day. Like, we'd had him for 9 years. He was my best friend. And it's hit us hard. But out of all of us, it's hit me the hardest. And that's because, you know, me and him were home together, like all day, every day, really, with my anxiety and everything. It was really difficult when we lost him, and it still is. But when I say difficult, I don't mean like normal difficult, like a normal grief. I mean, like, it got bad, it got dark quick for me. Bad and dark very quick. And I nearly did something that I really didn't want to do. Take of that what you will. But yeah, and I got through it, luckily. Like, on my own, I got through it, me and Chris, and, you know, I'm really proud of myself for that. But Chris had been looking at dogs because he'd seen how upset I was. So he'd been looking at dogs because he knew before I knew that I needed a companion dog. And, like, I mean, people have dogs for loads of different reasons. I mean, dogs are really good for anxiety and depression, and, you know, dogs are used for the blind, dogs are used by the police, dogs are used, and by used I don't mean like used and abused, they're just used by, you know, lots of different people for lots of different things. And when Chris mentioned this to me, I was a full-on, no, you know, I can't do it. It's not Zeus. I'm not doing it. And there was a point on, well, no, it was the Friday. The doorbell rang. I went to the door. It was the postman, and the postman asked me, where's the dog? Because Zeus used to bark every time someone used to come to the door. He wasn't a massive barker any other time, but he used to bark, and it used to let me know that somebody was at the door. And also when I opened the door, he was like by the side of my leg. So the postman knew Zeus, and he said, "Where's the dog?" And I then explained to him, you know, where Zeus was, what happened, and he just said, "Oh, I'm really, really sorry." He was really nice. He was like, he's had to do it before, you know. We love our dogs and we try and do the best thing for them. So I shut the door and I just fell on the floor. I just fell on the floor, uncontrollable, sobbing, it was hard. It was horrific. It wasn't hard, it was horrific. And so I went upstairs and I just thought, you know, I'm lonely and I don't know how to deal with it without having a dog. I mean, I've had a dog since, you know, apart from when I was in the army, I've had a dog since I was born. And apart from when I was in care, so, but I wasn't even a dog person until Chris came along. To be honest, I wasn't a dog person until Chris came along, and that looks really pretty, doesn't it? Sorry, I've just been sticking stickers down. And then after, like, Zeus, I realised I'm a dog person, and so I'm just looking where he is. Chris came home from work about 12 o'clock, and I already knew that he'd been looking at pictures and he'd been messaging people, but I told him a stern no. I said, stop doing it, stop telling me about it, I don't want it. Not I don't want it as in the dog, I don't want to talk about it, you know, it's in, like, I can't cope with it. But he kept on doing it because he knew, well, he knows me. So on the Friday when he came home from work, he finishes early. He found me upstairs. A blubbering mess. I need to find a colour that's going to go with this, but I've lost my book with pen swatches in. Is there any in here? Oh, they are in here. Rosewood would go good, wouldn't it? Or deep rose. Deep rose, let's find deep rose. I just keep them in this. These are the Colours of the World Crayola ones. I like to, like, have a little guess. Deep rose, look at that, got it. So when Chris got home from work, I said, look, show me what you've been looking at. And Chris has always been a big dog person, and I thought I was as well, but I did have a little Yorkie when I was little, yeah, I said, show me what you've been looking at, and he showed me a couple of the dogs that he'd been looking at, and I saw these puppies, like I saw a few, and then he showed me the ones like, oh, that that's going to annoy me, it's difficult. And I saw the ones with Nico in. Chris messaged the bloke. I mean, it was in Birmingham, so it was like, it was a good trek. Yeah, Chris messaged with a picture of the one that I liked, the couple that I liked, and they said, yeah, they're all still available. And like, because we weren't going to get there till like 6, half 6, and yeah. We picked the kids up early from school, we drove there. I was panicking as we were driving there because I was like, you know, are we doing the right thing? Right, let's see what we've got. I don't think I've got any pet stickers at all. Maybe I should use, because on Monday Nico had his second lot of injections. Yeah, I was questioning myself all the way there, like literally up until the point where we're nearly there, and I'm like, get this lid off. I was like, do we just turn around? Am I doing the right thing? I don't want it to be a replacement for Zeus. And Chris just kept saying to me, you know, we're not replacing Zeus, but you're really struggling and you're a dog person now and you need a companion, and you know, you're not going to love this one any less. He just tried to keep convincing me that we were doing the right thing, because he knew as soon as I got there and saw puppies, I mean, who doesn't want a puppy? But yeah, so we got there, I saw them all. I saw Nico. Oh my god, he was just the cutest one out of all of them by far. Willow was in heaven. At one point she had like 3 puppies on her and she was like, I'm in heaven. It was so cute. I'm just going to use this little bear because he's cute. I didn't have anything else on Tuesday the 4th, Monday, sorry, I was like, it's Tuesday today. I didn't have anything else on. Yeah, and I messaged my brother Simon, because our dad's will thing hasn't gone through yet, so I asked my brother Simon if I could have some of my inheritance early so that we could get Nico, and Simon said yeah, he was amazing. And we picked up little Nico, and that's it. Like, we brought him home. He's been home. He's been absolutely amazing. I mean, he's asleep. He keeps falling asleep under my desk, but he's right by my wheels. So I'm really petrified I'm going to, like, roll over him. He's currently asleep under my desk. He's been amazing. Like, we've got, if you've been with me a while, you know that we've got, right, I need this week. Next week we've got 3 kids, and kids and puppies, again, if you know, you know, they're absolutely obsessed. And Willow, oh Willow, have I got next week in that I have yet? Next week I'll just put a little one there, and then do I want to put anything else down other than this week and next week? Let's just have a look. Maybe a film, and I have got these here that I can use. Yeah, so he's been like, I've had, sorry, he's a Shorkie, he's not a Yorkie, so he's a mixed of Yorkie and Shih Tzu, but he's more Yorkie. So his dad's full Yorkie and his mum is half Shih Tzu. So like, when you see him and stuff like that, he's definitely more Yorkie. He's more Yorkie in personality as well. Like I said, I've had a Yorkshire Terrier before, and they are, put it this way, it's not really a lap dog, if you know. He's not really a lap dog. He is at the minute because he's a puppy, so he wants loads of cuddles and he wants loads of attention. But yeah, they're not really lap dogs. They were bred originally to on farms as like rat chasers. Yeah, so they used to like chase rats and get rid of the rats and things like that. But yeah, so he's really like, he wants to be on your lap and cuddly now. He's already found his voice, his personality is coming out. It's a little bugger. They're so hard to train to go outside. Really, really hard. So that's Nico's second injection. What else have we got? Oh, on Thursday, Willow and Loki have got a trip to London, and Chris is going with them as like a helper. One of his mates is going as well as a helper. So yeah, they've got to be at the school at something. They've got to be at the school for like 6:30 or something. Should do a family one really, but it's Chris and 2 kids, so it's a school thing, but they're way too big. Yeah, so potty training, really, really hard to do. I know that, so we've just been doing what we can do. As soon as we see him trying to go, we take him outside, we give him loads of praise, give him treats. Chris, we've got a little crate for him downstairs. Now, I'm not a crater of dogs. I don't like let's just use one of these because I'm just talking through it all. When is it they go? Thursday. Yeah, I'm not a creator. I'm just going to use these stickers, monthly stickers from House of Stickers, because on Saturday I'm going out for a bottomless brunch for one of my friend's birthdays. So I'm going to put that there like that. What was I saying? Yeah, potty training, we're doing the best that we can. I'm not a crate person, that's it. But I do think that when you've got a house full of so many kids and things, that, you know, dogs need somewhere to go to just have a break. And I'm wondering if I can get away with pulling in that rose without it being too off. No, I don't think so. Yeah, they need somewhere to go and chill, like, especially with our kids, because our kids are just crazy. So we have got a little crate for him with his bed in. I showed these on a haul, these Tim Holtz ideologies, so I just want to have a look and just put one. Let's have a quick look. I'm going to put "and so the adventure begins" because that's what it feels like, a new adventure. I'm going to put it there. Yeah, so he's got his crate, he's got a little bed. I think I showed you on the video his bed, but it's now in a little crate as well. And check if he's moved. And Chris has been, because I'm rubbish, guys, I need my sleep, I need my beauty sleep. So, and Chris has been sleeping on the sofa, so we put him in his crate at about 10:30 at night, and that's when I go to bed. Well, we normally go to bed, but Chris has been staying downstairs just for a couple of days. He's been brilliant. He stayed in his crate until about 5 in the morning, and then Chris lets him out the crate and has cuddles, and Chris like goes back to sleep cuddling. And then like the kids get up for school and I get up and everything then, so it's pretty much full on for the school run and stuff. But we need to just, because every now and again he'll yelp or something, and so Chris just puts his hand on the cage and that reassures him. But we do need to get it so obviously Chris can come up. And also for like his protection as well, like especially at dinner times, I've noticed that, I mean, he's tiny, he's tiny, like he's really tiny, and I don't want us to stand on him. Like everyone's in the kitchen at dinner time. Let me just write food delivery. I think it's between 3 and 5. And when we're eating, I don't want him jumping up and down begging. So, yeah, so we started to put him in his cage. I call it a cage, crate, but I don't like calling it a crate or a cage, so I tend to call it his bed. And we put him in his bed and just lock the door while we're eating. And then, London trip, 06:30 hours. While we're eating, we can see him through the door, you know, that's not an issue. We can see him through the door and everything. And he is yelping a bit then, but he's got to learn to stay in there. And just like little things, like when I have the food delivery today, I'd shut Zeus in the garden, but I can't do that with Nico yet. So I'll have to put him in his bed and lock the door so that I can get the food in. And then Vicky, bottomless brunch, you know. And then as he gets older, we can switch things up. I am going to take him to classes, training classes. We trained Zeus ourselves. but I know how hard Yorkies are. And I think Chris thought, well, he even said to me that he thought what I was saying was just like childhood memories, because I said to him, they can be yappy, they're a nightmare to toilet train. I said a few things and I don't think he believed me, and then he watched some videos and then he was like, oh, I thought you were lying, but like it says this, this and this, and I was like, I told you. But yeah, so not that I needed to explain him. I haven't got him as a replacement for Zeus. I miss Zeus terribly every single day, even now. Like, it breaks my heart. But Nico has brought that little bit of love back into the house. I love him already. I love him. He's amazing. He's my little companion dog for my anxiety, for like being on my own. Like, he's just amazing. He's done amazing for me since we've had him. I mean, we've only had him since Friday, but yeah, that's it. So I've rambled through I can't speak, through this whole video about Nico, and I've done this spread, and I actually really like it. Like, I need to fill in my this week and stuff, but I really like how it turned out. I'm not sure how I feel about that Crayola, just because they're quite difficult to use. I should have just left it blank, but hey ho, that's it. That is this week. If you've got this far, thank you for listening to me ramble about my new puppy. Yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'm back now. I'm going to try and film as many catch-up videos as I can. I look forward to hearing from you in the chat box below. If you're not a subscriber, please do subscribe. And yeah, I love you guys. Thank you. Bye.